important part of my work with teams, with leadership teams, is to help them to get crystal clear about the vision of the organization. Where are they going and how are they going to get there? We have a tool we call a Vision Traction Organizer that helps the team to answer 8 questions that are oriented toward getting them on the same page about important ingredients. The number one question has particularly unique value from my point of view. The question is, what are your core values? Our core values is an idea that has been floated around. A lot of people talk about them. Very few organizations, in my experience, actually live up to the core values. In other words, they publish them because it's cool or it's trendy, but you don't see any real evidence of those core values in the course of the work that they do, in fact. And so with the teams I work with, we want to really make sure that those core values truly matter, that they set the backdrop against which these teams actually make decisions and choices as people responsible for leading their organizations. So an exercise that we would take them through is to have them identify a number of people in the organization who they feel really represent the strength of their culture, the core values of their organization, and actually just make a list of those people. Name the characteristics associated with those people that cause them to be the folks who come to mind when we talk about what's really our company all about. Once we can list those characteristics, we're actually going to test the leadership team members against the backdrop of those values by actually creating a list of names and saying, to what degree is, you fill in the blank, put your own leadership team members in there, how do they measure up against those core values? Do they exhibit them most of the time? Nobody's perfect, but we'd expect that the leadership team members are going to exhibit those core values of the organization most of the time. Assuming we get there, we're going to keep paring it down and paring it down, getting to a point where we're testing and filtering those values, so that by the time we get through this exercise, the team will sit back, look at those core values, and really recognize them as truly representing who they are as people. It really becomes critically important to get these things nailed down, because at the end of the day, these core values will describe the culture of the organization, and it will create a product, a mindset, a tool that you can use to test people coming into the organization. You repel those who don't share your values, you bring those in who are going to support your culture. And at the end of the day, the culture is really going to be the foundation of a successful team.